And
So
it's good for content. So like I have a Llama Rhodes. She kills it. She refuses to eat other than out of my hand, like in a bucket. So like I have troughs everywhere. She just stays right at me and just like I have to I have to hand feed her every single
are
morning.
llamas the ones that spit?
Oh yeah.
Have they spat?
She's kind of like she doesn't spit on me. No, she'll spit on other animals out of defense. So did you hear the story about the alpaca and the llama?
No.
Okay, so I'm at an auction. So I go to these auctions, which growing up in Omaha, like no idea that they even existed. You show up and it's like a car auction, but there's just animals everywhere, and you can just, hey, I want that donkey, and you just bid, raise your hand, whatever.
Is there a base amount that people want? Like you take a donkey, and you're like, all right, the least I'll take is $400.
Like a reserve. They're on like high end stuff, maybe.
How much are animals? Let me start there.
A goat and a sheep, like $100.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
A goat and a sheep?
No, like a goat is probably $100. Sheep's $100. I mean, I think about my donkeys for like $500 to $700. Llamas. I think I bought my alpaca for like $1,000. He was kind of high end. The cow was like $4,000. That high end Scottish looking one.
Henry was $2,600.
Yeah.
$2,600.
Yeah.
Louis was $3,500.
Wow.
Because he's a Pomeranian.
Yeah.
The most annoying out of all of them.
Yeah.
I think I have those numbers right, but they were expensive.
Oh yeah.
More expensive than a fucking llama?
Mm-hmm.
Fuck.
Llama was
that.
like $500. Yeah.
I disagree.
Yeah.
Okay. PetSmart is making a killing out there.
100%. So I went out to the auction and there was this giant llama, big male llama, and so I was like, oh, I kind of want this thing. Like llamas.
What
are
it look
cool.
like?
Dude, it was the ugliest thing. Like just
Okay.
I don't even know how to describe it. It's just massive animal. I'm like, oh geez, like
Did it look like that one?
yeah, but like I mean, it was like you're looking up at it. You know?
Oh, how tall is it?
I mean, their neck. I don't even know how to describe it, like tall. I mean, I've got pictures of me standing next to them. I mean, they're huge, way taller than me. So I go get this thing. I'm making phone calls. So I've got there's a few YouTubers that do farming. So I'm always calling them. Hey, is this thing gonna kill this, or how's this gonna work? And they're like, oh, as long as there's not a female llama, he shouldn't be aggressive because there's no competition, basically. Because I have a male alpaca already. I just want to make sure they wouldn't beef. And they're like, no, they'll be fine. So we bring him into the pen. He's like sniffing around. I mean, this thing's giant. Like, there's no stopping it. The other thing that I learned about llamas is they have canines, like reversed canines. So, like, if they bite down on a coyote, like they bite down on your arm, you're not getting it back. Like, they are mean. If they want to be mean, they can be mean. So he's like running around sniffing everything. I'm like, okay, cool. Like everything's vibing. I like told my fiance, I'm like, come down, come meet the llama. He's chill. And she's like, why'd you get this llama, dude? I'm like, no, he's chill. I promise he's chill. Like, come in, whatever. Starts going around. All of a sudden he starts sniffing Steve. Steve's my alpaca. And he's like the most timid thing in the world. He looks like a little poodle. And sniffs him and starts chasing him a little bit. I'm like, oh, and I'm vlogging. Oh, look at them. They're having fun. They're doing their thing. All of a sudden bites like up under him on his inner thigh. Bites, and you just hear this crunch, and he just starts like dragging him around. I'm like, cut the camera. I run. I'm like kicking this llama. Get off! And it's just in like the alpaca's screaming, whatever. What do you do? Like it's a huge beast of an animal. How can you? So I'm like, I'm on this thing. Like I feel like I'm like fighting it. Like and it happened so fast. Get him off. All of a sudden, Steve's got a huge gash in him, just bleeding everywhere. I'm like, oh my gosh, like what are you gonna do? So I call the vet. We gave him stitches, this whole nine. So like I had no idea any. This is what I'm talking about. Like when you learn stuff, like who knew? Come to find out, llamas, they castrate their competitors, which means they bite off. Yeah, that's a thing.
I used to do that in high school.
Really?
No.
So it's like it's stuff like that you wouldn't expect. So like my boy Steve about got taken out.
Damn.
So the next.
What was it? Because your girl came by and.
No. It just it didn't matter because I have sheep.
Mm-hmm.
I mean that are all females. Like
Yeah.
I don't know what goes on with this the scentage and stuff like
Yeah.
that. You know, whatever.
That's
Either
a thing.
way-
That's like it's a thing.
Yeah. So I separated them with I've got 4-foot fence. This thing I've got a video. I think I made like a TikTok. He jumps up on the fence and this thing's like spitting at Steve from across the. Like just launching loogies like you've never seen before. So they are mean.
The videos are there.
Yep.
I missed that one.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'll show you that video.
Oh my
Dude,
god.
like and like what am I gonna do? Like this thing will kill me.
Yeah.
So the other thing that and you're gonna think I'm crazy, but like we bought this llama, and while we were trying to like load it up in the pen, well actually the dude that was sitting next to me at the auction when I was bidding on it, he like looks at me and he's like good luck with the llama that killed a guy 2 weeks ago, and I like laughed, but he didn't laugh. And I'm like vlogging. I'm like, so I told the story to the video. I'm like, someone said he killed him. He's just obviously messing with us. So we're loading it up in the trailer. completely different dude that wasn't even inside the arena. It's like, oh, did you buy that big llama in there? I'm like, yeah. He's like, oh, I heard he killed a dude 2 weeks ago. So I'm thinking it's a joke the whole time.
Yeah.
And then he goes and takes out my boy Steve. So I'm like, I'm calling my friends, like, dude, I got a killer llama in my backyard, and I don't know how to get him in the trailer without, you know, fearing for my
Getting
life.
dead, yeah.
Like, huge animal.
Did you Google it? Was it true?
What, that he killed him?
Yeah.
No, I couldn't find anything. I'm sure it's not. There's no way he killed a human. But I don't know. Like, dude, he was mean.
I don't know. I believe it.
He was
like,
so
look,
mean.
I don't know the color of this fucking llama, but I know he murdered a fucking human being. Okay, no one
he
will
went
tell
after
me
my boy
otherwise.
Steve. Yeah. So luckily he didn't hurt us. We loaded him up in the trailer, took him to the auction, sold him. The next week, that llama's daughter was up for auction. Looked just like him, a lot smaller female, and that's the one. That's Llama Rhodes. So we bought his daughter.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Dude,
it's chaos all the time.
Oh my God.
All
So
the time.
what do you do when that one reaches maturity?
Which one?
Llama Rhodes.
Oh, her and Steve. They've been getting interesting. The alpaca and a llama. Lampacas.
Lampacas.
Apparently it's a thing.
Are you gonna be the first to? Oh, it's a thing already.
Well, a male llama, female alpaca is a thing, but I have yet to find anything with a male alpaca, female llama, because llamas are way bigger, obviously. So like Llama Rhodes will just like lay on the ground. Steve just hops aboard, you know. So,
That's usually how it happens. I think.
Yeah. Like you're just driving down my driveway and you just look over and Steve's
they're
killing
there.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, Steve's killing it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Well, with a name like that, what do you expect?
Steve.
Poor old Steve.
Yeah.
Scuba Steve to do.
Scuba Steve. Yeah.
That's crazy.